Hello, and thank you, and welcome back to our beautiful Ascension channel. I am back today with our March readings. Man, March came quick, you guys. But I am here with March, and so today we're going to focus on Aries energy. So I'm going to jump right in and get started. I have chosen our Love is Love Pride Tarot deck. For this one, actually, the pendulum actually chose it today. So that's what we're going to go with. All right, Spirit, show me all energies and placements surrounding my Aries, sun, moon, and rising, please. That took no time. No time at all. Fresh out the deck. Be specific for me, Spirit. What do they need to know? Where are they? Sun, moon, and rising energy. Wow. I'm almost scared to ask, y'all, because the more I ask, the more cards flip over. That's quite a few already. I don't even think we've graced it. Yep. I said, Spirit, be specific, and specifics are what I've got. I do feel like something turned itself over in there. No? Okay. Anything else? I think if I keep asking, we'll be in a good 45-minute reading today, which I don't want to hold you guys that long. So, okay. All right. Spirit, show me above my Aries energy. And below. Lots of cards, y'all. Heart space. Receiving. And giving. Block. It's in between it. Transition below and transition above. Outcomes. Okay. Lots of cards on the outcome for you today, Aries. And I've got 2 over here, actually 3 over here, and I'm going to hold. And I have really intended for clarity energy for the collective of Aries today. So I hope what comes through hits and fits. It is definitely a strong energy that you guys have today. So, all right, let's get started here. 4 of Swords, you in your head, I don't know if you're thinking that you need rest, but you got too much going on up there, okay? Your crown is absolutely positively overactive. You're doing too much. And you need to give your mind a break because you are worried. And a lot of you, I don't think, are natural worriers, but clearly, there's some things in your head that you're either trying to work out or you haven't worked out, but it's overtaking everything. And so Spirit's like, we need rest here. We need it to be quiet. We need it to be in a space where we can retreat and figure out what we need to do. So my first thought and my first word that I see Spirit show me is regroup. In your head, you need to regroup. At your heart space, that 10 of Swords is like, that hurts. It hurts. It's misery. This is instantly screaming love to me, okay? Which is probably why they chose this Love is Love deck. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands energy. At your root, I get a sense of moving forward and trying to do it more independently in a better way. Oh yeah, I haven't even gotten to all of the cards yet, and instantly everything I feel is you moving on from something that broke you and hurt you. And this is it was a tough situation. And Spirit is using me was saying the word to say it was a tough situation as in past tense, because you're moving out of it. You're trying to move toward it. You're trying to rebuild. However, I think, man, I even see a move in this as far as like on your where you're going side. It's like, I need to move. I need to get out of this environment. I don't want to be reminded by all of the things from this energy that I was in. and moving really looks like it's going to be a good thing for you. Ace of Swords energy here, kind of pointing toward this Chariot, is a new beginning. It's you achieving, and it's you achieving not only, I can't talk today, y'all forgive me, not only in the professional sense of moving towards something, but a move itself and getting out of that old energy is going to be better for you. On the receiving end of this is King of Wands energy. So again, fighting to find all of this movement towards rebuilding. There was a lot of heartbreak here. There was a lot of energy in that. And so I'm going to ask Spirit, just because for me, I'm going to move this card over here just for a second, because even though it's kind of in the middle of things, I want Spirit to tell me, just flat on, flat out, tell me, show me that 10 of wands, or, I'm sorry, 10 of swords at the heart space. Why is that 10 of swords here? What is that reflective of? Wow. Instantly, you guys, letting go, you having to let go. And for some of you, this is even like maybe the person that was continuing to, you know, be the support system. Maybe they were even the breadwinner. That Emperor card, maybe they were successful, and so they had the means. And so if this was a partnership or a marriage, if there was children involved and it was the father figure and trying to let go of that, I also feel this was, although I don't see a King of Cups energy here, I feel like this may have been very long term for a lot of you, and you didn't see this coming to an end. So this being that break where you're trying not to hold the bitterness is definitely a lot for you. So moving forward, letting go, for some of you, like I said, the father figure, the breadwinner, the person, starting over not only means starting over, but it's starting over without them and trying to establish your independence. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. That is literally trying to move on and rebuild everything. Man, the word rebuild and restructure has been repeating itself in reading after reading today. So this is definitely a good time of restructure. It's a place where you need to be. That move may be exactly what you need. I even feel for some of you, this may be a long way away from whether you're moving back home to somewhere or someplace where it feels more like home. It's almost like you've been grounded and stuck in a space where it was not where you really wanted to be in the first place. And so because it wasn't where you wanted to be, you kind of get to go establish yourself somewhere else in that newness that is necessary. I wanted to turn over, there were some cards that Spirit kind of left over there, and Spirit said that they kind of applied and I could turn them over now. So that's what I'm doing. Justice, balance, right? The messenger, speaking your truth, and 5 of swords. Spirit is trying to take you, they're forcing you almost to be in this space of creating your own independence. Well, one, so you can see that you can have a balance, okay, within yourself. 2, you need to be able to speak your truth. And I feel like that is to help someone else. And 3, this 5 of swords, you've been fighting so hard that you've got to know that this fight that you've really been involved in means something, that it was for something. And although it seems very dark and miserable at the heart space right now, because it is a loss, it's almost like literally having to grieve. And I'm going to even say, for some of you, this may even be grieving the father figure, or grieving the husband, or grieving the dad. But it's forcing you to move on, let go in a way that recreates you. It makes you new. It makes you stand taller and better and in a space. Ooh, y'all, I mentioned that King of Cups and I said I didn't see it, and look, turn over the card and what is there? Thank you for clarity and psychic vision, but that King of Cups, like I said, for some of you, this was very long term. And so you're literally having to grieve it. Even if the person is still living, you can have to grieve relationships. People, I don't know why. Grieving literally means the ending of something, okay? It is the absolute ending. of something. So it doesn't mean that, it has to be death, okay, to grieve, but it's the ending. And so whether that person is still with us, whether that person is in the great, beyond and have crossed the divide, or whether that person, their spirit still lives on, but also their energy still lives on with you too. So for some of you, that's why this start over is so important, because you've got to get out of that old energy. You have got to be able to move forward. And so it's gonna be a time, right? Because the devil committed to, bound to. I also get an energy for some of you, Aries, that this was a all that you know. So this may have been a high school sweetheart that you married right out the gate. This is it was 20, it was 30, it was 10, it was 15. It was a long time. All of this energy invested and spent. You were committed. You gave everything. You don't even know what it looks like to be on your own ever, because you never thought you'd have to be in this space. That is a lot. That is a lot. And so, does it mean that you're not capable? No. Like, this was meant, and I say that things happen for a reason. There are no coincidences in life. Believe what you want, but that's my belief, and I hope you resonate with it. But if not, I understand. You're entitled to yours. But when I'm doing this, reading for people, healing people, being a Reiki healer, you learn that coincidences aren't necessarily coincidences. There really aren't any. And so the timing that this is coming in your life is purposeful. It's on purpose and it is purposeful. Okay. Because you're going to be filled with purpose from whatever this grievance was. You're going to have a story from this. You're going to have a testimony from this test. And so that is meant. That's destined. Eight of Wands, not only is it going to move very quickly and be kind of out of sight, out of mind, because the process is just going to happen so fast as you're moving that you're not going to know where you're going. You're not going to know how to deal with it. You're not going to know what you're doing. It's just going to happen because it's purposeful, right? When you are being guided to deal and have to force yourself to deal with things happen about that journey. Sometimes that you look back and you don't even remember, but you're just like, I don't know how I got here, but man, I got through those few years. God really helped me through that, or your higher power really helped you through that, or the universe really helped you through that. However you identify and whatever you identify with, understand that you are being guided through this destined time, judgment of judgment. I totally feel the voice of the higher power saying, I'm calling you to your purpose. I'm bringing you out of something dark so that you can take what was dark, tell your story, make it into light, and help others. Okay? Help someone else. Four of Cups, really sitting back, thinking about it, the introspect of it. What am I taking from this? I also feel like for some of you, Aries, that means to acknowledge and process what is happening, but as you do, look at why or how things happened in the order that they happened in and where it's leading you. It's leading you to better. Okay. We don't go through what we go through for no reason. It's all a part of the journey. There's all a place in it, right? So even whatever we grieve, whoever we have to grieve, and a grievance again it's not just relationships. It's not just the death of somebody. You can grieve a job. You can grieve a car that you had for 12, 13 years. Okay. Never thought that car was going to die. I mean, you knew eventually you hit 300,000 miles, it was going to die at some point or need a transmission, but you were going to deal with that when you got there. It doesn't matter what it is, person, place, or thing. Grievance is a process. Allow yourself to process, allow yourself, but also in that process, what happens when something ends? A new beginning starts, right? So, I've been doing Oracle cards kind of towards the end just to kind of, what do I need to look forward to? What is the message for me in this? Where do I keep going? And so I'd like to pull an Oracle card at the end so that everybody knows where they keep going. And because energy, right? Moving out of an ending energy and into something better, a rebirth, a beginning, letting go, is the energy I have here. I'm going to use my energy oracle deck. Okay. Wow. I didn't even. Okay, so Spirit's been on one today, and that's how they've been. They've just been like, this is what you're doing. And I'm like, okay, so that's what's happening. Man holding a coin. That's a strong. 4 plus 3, 43. But 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, 7 is the number of patience. It is the number of reestablishment in so many ways. It is the number of going towards all the things you dream and desire. And there is all of that energy in where you're going. You need to understand that you're in this space of rebuilding, but you haven't been given this opportunity to move on, do what you want to do, figure out where you want to be, and rebuild that and make it look like what you want to. It is a blessing. So it may be the ending to something is really your blessing in disguise to be able to move forward in a way that you didn't even know that you were capable of doing. But you are strong enough to accomplish this, Aries. You guys are, I mean, you're the fire of fire, okay? And I am an Aries moon, so I know a little bit about that Aries, dynamic. And I know the hardest part of this at the end of it, because where spirit led us is the processing part. And I get that. The understanding, the acknowledging the emotions and dealing with that part of it, and then allowing yourself to move forward. The holding the coin is the prosperity that's already waiting for you that you need to just allow yourself to flow and move towards. But before you can do that, allow yourself to go in, process where you are, and understand that it's leading you to a better place. Okay, Aries. Yeah, I hope that this resonates for someone out there, sun, moon, and rising. I hope that it touches where it needs to touch. I am thankful for each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified every month when we give you another one. And I am thankful for you watching. And so we will see you again in April. Love and light and blessings.